E.
E.
Cockstein. You know, everybody seems to play with the priest, you know? I guess he's the strongest right now. Burrito. I wonder why the priest is the strongest right now. Maybe it was always like that. Maybe the priesthood is what
When
you
you
want.
try to get a reaction out of someone, yeah.
No. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Double E.
No, that was your E first, you know? You die first, so you die for real.
Who cares for the first one? Yeah.
Got it.
That was my crotch. How could you?
Yeah, that was your tactic, you know? What happened?
Yeah.
You know, that's the difference between people and bots, you know? People, for example, like you did now, you know, like you try different things at the beginning,
Nah.
while bots always start the same way. For example, before you just try to rush first, and you see people that also do that, you know, try to rush, and then you counter that, and they just do something else.
Yeah.
What doesn't happen?
Crotch.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, thanks for showing the suffering
But you
there.
know, if she hits the snow, her vagina will be cold. So how can she just perform the deed of deed perform?
She can't. No deed performing in my yard. Jesus Christ.
I don't know. Am I injured? There's blood on your sword, is it?
God damn it.
You see, this is what I mean. She's not that bad as we thought. You know, she has a few fast attacks, and if you combine them with slow attacks, the other person really doesn't know where to stand, you know?
God damn it. God dang it, Bobby. The dip. There you go. That's what you need in life sometimes.
E. Cockstein. You know, every time you win, you have to yell Cockstein, otherwise it doesn't count.
Yeah, sure.
You're afraid of her now, eh? With your... Got it. The thing about her, you know, she works best when she doesn't move, you know? Well, not exactly when she doesn't move, you know, but look, her moving movements are the slow ones, kinda. You see? Kinda like that. Yep.
Trying to wager the range. That's a problem. You have like more than I have,
Yeah.
I think.
The thing is, before we didn't know how to use her range. But now, yeah. But you know, one of the most fun matches I had was just like this, you know? Marta or Crotchstein versus Cockstein. Yummy. Ooh, I hit you after dying. Did you see?
Disciplinary treatment. Bitch.
Yummy. Disciplinary yummy.
Yeah.
You mean? Really? Got it.
Yes!
No, it was me who did got it.
Dios mío.
Yeah. Well, we're equal, you know. Now is the final round.
Yeah. Fight.
E. Crunch tight.
Yep.
E.
I just wait for you. I figured you out. I just wait until you attack, and then I'm free.
Yeah, it was actually that was also what I was doing.
Yeah.
Works best when the other one exposes himself, kinda.
Yeah.
Oh, you wanna be her now, eh? You can try to be both her, you know, and see how you perform, you know.
Yeah, sure.
So how were some memes?
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, wait. Okay.
Happened with the sword? But in a crash. Or some violation going on.
Look at this.
And now
Mika.
you will steal my documents, you know, from the trash, like you did from Schultz, right? Yeah.
Charles is not a priest.
Oh, but he is. He's the
Priest
priest.
this. Yeah, I should be the voice actor for this guy.
Boy suck. Boy suck.
Alright.
What? Okay.
That was... What? What happened?
Is there lagiere? Oh, not much. Yeah.
Well, it was intended, obviously.
You know, apparently people complain about this weapon that you're using, from what I read. In the sense that, like, they say some of her attacks are, you know, cannot pierce defenses. But I haven't seen that, I don't know.
Feels like that, yeah. At least against this
Well, at least the
motherfucker.
priest. The priest kinda knows how to do the deed. Yeah.
Playing Mortal and the guy always goes for the fucking legs, bro. Double E.
But if you oh really? No. If you go back, by the way, if you do back and but usually back and circle or back and what is that thing below? Well, I don't know.
X.
If you go back and circle or yeah, I guess X. No, no. Well, X is different for me, you know. But it's like if you do the back and circle or back and below one, usually you retreat while doing a leg. The leg thing, you know. Well, maybe I don't know with her because she has these weird movements that actually seem to not do anything, you know. Like she just moves the sword a bit, you know, like fiddles and fondles. You know?
Yeah.
The sword entered the woman.
Queen's Bridge
She's
will be the
pregnant.
end of me. Yeah.
Yeah.
E.
Yummy.
Because you gotta have faith.
What happened?
You knew, eh?
Yeah, human players, you know.
In the fucking crutch.
Yeah, you're just waiting your time to be close, you know, to start your your frenzy of attacks, you know.
Nah.
What happened? Are you tired? Wait a second, let me get close now. You're tired. No. Yeah. Oh, but no, I'm not.
Thanks for announcing.
Oh, what happened?
That happened. Hmm?
Like, who will spread Christ now?
No one, thankfully.
At the last.
Disgusting.
Ooh. Oh, last round. Oh.
Ja,
happened now?
absoluto disgusto.
Priesthood versus feminism. Okay. We mean Netflix. You represent Netflix and I represent the Vatican. Netflix versus the Vatican. Ooh.
Fun versus bullshit, yeah.
Yeah, nobody wins.
Double E.
Which is good, you know.
No one wins at that war.
Which is probably for the best.
Yeah.
Nope.
Feminism.
But I made you bloody, you know.
Yeah, by squirting your blood in on my crotch.
Yes. Now there's like blood and
body.
Yeah. E. You know, I don't really like sabers that much, you know, in the game. To play with them. They seem like too simple compared to other styles, I don't know. Ooh, look at that.
Well, let's
Something like that.
reserve for swords, I think.
Shores?
Yeah, sure.
What? No, wait. What do you mean? Swords. Shores? Shores?
Yeah, sure.
Did you see many shores lately? No?
I don't even. Sable!
Ooh, don't steal my horse! Horse thief!
Hey, crime!
Get it!
Well, got him!
Ha, to crime up!
Somehow.
Because, you know, a hand machine. Yeah.
Go!
Yeah.
You're more like, yes!
Yeah.
Ah. Crutch machine, go! Nah.
E. Well, that was in the crotch. Crotch.
Well, nah. More like the body.
Crotch.
That horse didn't like it.
Yeah, because now it's not the right height for him. Double E. Actually, mirrored movement.
Yeah. Punch to the skull and then just Kimbo slice.
Yeah, but I like how this guy was not really easily stunned. Ooh, this
Beautiful.
spam.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
No. So anticipate the whatever happened there.
You can't win against your mirror image. That's the problem here.
Yeah, kind of like a chess, I guess. You know, when computers fight each other, you know, it's like it's always a draw, unless it's not a draw. E.
Well, you play checkers. I play chess.
Oh, okay, this is... Well, no, I play chess, you know, you play checkers. Fucking checkers.
Actually true.
E.
Nah. Not a loaf of bread.
Yeah, you're alive because you didn't have a like a priest device like I do. Priest devices make me weak, but I have to carry them.
Whatever fuck that is.
It's the thing on my head, you know. It keeps my head priestly.
Whoa.
E.
Not bad.
How is that move that you did, by the way, to try to reach for the leg bro? You know,
That was X actually.
it's like X-Vex. Ooh, X-Vex. It's not X-Vex. Lie.
Ooh, X-Bex. Punch the skull. It's not X-Bex.
How do I hate this? That's my review of it, you know.
Summer. Well, it's gonna be like this. Sure.
Ooh. Yeah, if it's range, you're afraid. No, but range is actually weak to strafing and stuff like that. Everything has its weakness in the game. Yeah, that's the thing. There's only a few characters in the game that are kind of like, well, not underpowered, but people don't pick them much, I guess, because they don't. Yeah. E. Violation.
Yeah.
Well, you were crouching to
Rightfully.
take a shit, you know?
Rightfully so.
She's disrespectful towards the best.
I want the fuck did I not hit you there?
Because now because your sword was being deviated by the power of God, you know, also my sword.
Probably more like the latter, yeah.
A little shot to the leg.
I actually would have had you there.
You will have, yeah, when there was a stand. Well, don't be so sure, you know.
Definitely would have.
Oh, really? You know, there's also some beauty in rapiers, you know, because you have to hit the opponent a million times, which is a bit harder in a way, but also like more satisfying, you know. It's like watching them suffer slowly, you know. Sadist.
Yeah, that's what it felt like in that last round, actually. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Sadist piece of shit.
E. And when I was fighting against one of those pigos, you know, with Mara, you know, like I literally hit him like 4 or 5 times. The guy was moving so slowly, you know, he was constantly in that thing, you know. I mean, he was constantly exhausted because of the injuries. It was like a type of movement. It was good, you know. Little champ.
Motherfucker. Come on. What?
Well, I didn't really. What? Okay.
What else?
E.
I was like,
I literally just barely touched you on the head,
Yeah.
you know, but I guess you died, you know. Because now.
fucking going in.
Ooh.
Tired of this
Returning
shit.
to the old.
Yeah. I kind of have to. You kind of forced me to do it.
No, I don't. You know, I'm a doctor.
Yes.
You know. Eep.
Yes.
No, but there's a counter for that too. You know, I just have to, you know, adapt to the counter.
Are you scared? Of the crutch?
E. E.
What?
E.
Now I wanted to toy with you. See how I got me.
But too late. Now we're both geriatric.
Look at you. Look at you.
I'm okay, you know.
Yeah, sure, I can see
Yeah.
that. There you go.
E. Violation, son.
Yeah. That's how it looks.
Oh, America. He's raising his hand to God, you know. It's like, oh.
Yeah, right.
He was, you know, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until he wasn't.
Ooh, should I be there or your mirror image, you know? Raccoon.
Yeah, the Russian version.
The Christian version.
Yeah. Cue the Soviet Union theme 8-bit.
Why didn't you go to church today, my bro? You must go to church.
Mention church
The
one more
church.
time. Are
You
you?
must go to church.
Are you a Pokemon?
Church machine.
Yeah, or that. Ah. Ooh! Shit.
Ooh, church machine. I feel the power of the church now.
Church machine. In Russian!
Double E.
Yeah, that too.
E.
Is that a red room back there?
A red room? Oh, yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
What is that? You try to distract me by looking there. You know, like,
After
don't
the fight,
look at
yeah.
it. You know, we cannot look. That's the brothel, you know, so we cannot look at it. We have to fight like this.
Hold on. What are you saying?
No. Got it. No, I hit. No.
Yes!
Yamironi, changame. No, don't look at the brothel.
At the broth. Don't look at it. Ooh, so yeah, now I know your weakness.
What is my weakness?
The broth.
The broth.
Oh,
Got
you're
it.
not.
Weakness.
Yeah, you use your weakness to your strength.
Yeah, I went to the brothel and I became a priest.
Easiest touch in my life.
Yummy. Broth. You learn fast, you know. At the beginning I was you know, but not that fast. You will beat people easily, you know, if you fought them online.
Nah. Depends.
So, yeah, you know.
We
I
would
could
body
beat that
them.
guy, you know. E. Yummy.
Aw. Reap what you
Good,
sow.
Yummy. Brothel. I mean the brothel now. Look, what the like.
Yeah, look at it.
By the
Are
way,
you
do you see your-
uncomfortable?
And second, do you see your character to the right or to the left, by the way?
To the right.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I kind of had to go in there because I was losing fatigue.
No, but I don't think it's progressive. It's just
Fatigue
once
time.
you're injured, you know, you just perform worse by default. Dick.
That was a weird sound.
Yeah, you know, I was scared.
You cut so hard that you also cut the sound for some reason.
Yeah.
No, it was open! There you go.
But I hit you first, you know?
That's wrong.
Yeah. The sound came from you, you know? You just made it with your mouth, you know? You did a...
Cheek. E.
No.
That's what we call a double E in the hood.
Yeah. Saber uppercut. It's a katana, to be honest, you know? But you just don't realize yet. Katana machine.
What's with the sound?
Yeah, it was kind of... Wagum sound.
Machine!
What the fuck was that move that I just did? That's like E. No, it wasn't that. But like, I don't know.
What's the windmill? Alright.
Violation. Yeah.
Kiss of death.
Now to the brothel.
Winner goes to the broth, yeah.
The broth.
Machine.
Ooh, fat okay this, mochi mochi. Should I be this now? Raccoon, of course.
Save the animals. Animal machine. Pull up your zipper again. God damn
I
it.
didn't know this map could be random. Ooh,
But it
attacking
could
while
be.
I'm doing things, eh?
Well, then don't do things.
Monster truck machine. You know, I was just like on the hello, you know, and then it happened. E.
That was
Yeah, the sound is kinda
literally just like a blow to the face.
Fatima. It was Facebook, kinda.
Kinda, yeah, actually.
E. Yeah, this guy's very open, you know, but he's very dangerous. His
Yeah.
movement has a long reach and he's fast and gay.
Oops.
It's like
His nemesis.
it's like he's fucking, you know, or he's carrying a wheelbarrow uphill. You know? Yeah,
Yeah.
But then you die because the wheelbarrow now have to be pushed by the woman. And they can't.
Woman uppercut.
Little
Ah, lovely.
Oh, it's a double little shot. Okay, that's good.
Sadly,
I'm
yeah.
okay with that. But it was a good counter, you know.
I thought I could tank it.
I thought you were stunned, but not for long. One thing about your character that you perhaps need to know is You notice that depending on your position with the food, you know, your saber is like to the front, like
Yeah.
now, or to the back,
Like this.
like now.
Yeah.
You see? Each gives you different reach and stuff, you know, I guess. Yeah. No, that will not stand.
It will. E. Recovery.
Yeah.
Machine.
He's like an orc from the Lord of the Rings.
Come on with the
This
rush
is
down.
what I mean. Like she has moves that actually seem to not do anything. You know, like this. Well, actually, it did something. You know, but it's like I don't know. She just does a little Shannon.
Wide open.
Tits. Yeah, but if you were a bit closer, you know, then would have been
Yeah.
a nice touch.
It's barely out of range. You basically shaved me there.
Ooh, afraid of the leg now, eh? It's the leg, bro.
Well, I'll just take you with me then, like a Titanic.
Hello. Oh, what's that? Those are no manners, eh? How did you put the saber down like that? Ah, there was saber defense.
Yep. New York
This
City.
guy is like a secret priest. This guy. He didn't even touch it, you know, but I'm okay.
Yeah, I was thinking like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
You put some exoskeleton there.
got it. Somebody got it.
What? Hand, okay, this. No, give him back my hand.
Quickly still disable.
Quickly, hand. Machine.
Yeah, because if that happened back then, well, actually, if it happens nowadays, you also fucked, you know, but back then even more, I guess. No.
That also barely touched you.
Yeah.
It feels.
Let's call it the power of God.
Yeah,
You know,
sure.
you could say that God is on your side. Is he on your side? Really? I didn't know. I didn't know that he was on your side.
Neither did I.
Why is he on your side? Are you praying to him? You know, well, we both have hats, you know, so E. Got it. Yahoo! It's like,
No.
got it.
Ah.
Forgot to use her other guards. Lost macho. What happened now? Oh God. Okay.
Yeah. What?
Are you afraid? What is the matter? And then you afraid of the dark? Is that too much at stake? At stake? No. Yeah.
You said steak.
But you know-
I went in.
Hello. You know, the truth is that she was a woman, so even if, you know, that last match, by default, given the rules nowadays, you know, she won because, you know, like, women have privileges nowadays, you know, so, yeah. Oh, you're gonna be a hobo? Really? You're gonna be a hobo? You're gonna be a master machine with hat? Master machine with hat, too. Or you are gonna be... Ooh, no.
I can play her, but sure.
I can teach you some movements with her, you know.
Nah. I'll figure it out. Nah. I'll figure it out.
But you know, some quick thing, you know, like if you do this, try not to use, like, the only useful move when you're doing this is like, what is the name of this? X maybe? No, the one to the left, you know?
Circle.
No, not exactly, you know. Like, no, circle is to the right. It's the one to the left, you know. If you press forward and so on, that's the fastest one. The rest are too slow.
Ooh. Goddamn,
Yeah,
she's fucking slow.
Something about her. No, it's not that she's being slow.
She's slow.
It looks like it, but she's actually not slow at all. Eh? The thing is, for example, if you keep this distance, you know, for example, this distance, like touching, like swords overlapping, and you press the one to the left or the one below, you do a quick attack like this, or like this to the low, that usually goes through if the other has just made an attack. Distance is the most important thing with her. And if someone exposes themselves very obviously, you know, you can go for this, you know, big thing. Ooh, what's the matter, Andy? For the crotch? But what is not very useful, I notice, is that going with thrust attacks against thrust opponents, unless you have the right distance. Got it.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, she's not my
In
type of
vagina.
character.
Try that yourself, you know? The one, you know, without pressing any controls, just like that, you know? The one below.
Yeah,
Because
but
other
the thing is,
characters
like,
benefit.
the problem is, like, I like to go in and, you know, and go aggressive. I'm not like that
Yeah.
type that just, you know, stands back waiting for the attack. Like,
Yeah.
commit the attack!
Like that,
Fuck's
see?
Yeah.
Yeah, in that sense, she's not very intuitive at all. Because she's like, she benefits from being a rock, you know, while other characters, especially the characters you like, you know, you move a lot. So
Yeah.
moving, so with her, you don't do the lead, you know? Yeah,
My heritage! Yeah. Feminism.
well, I scrapped your tits, you know, so you cannot have children now. That's what matters.
Well, I scrapped your face. I decide what's worse.
You can call me blackface.
It's racially insensitive. God damn it. Insensitive,
Got
I
it.
mean. Incentive.
Another very useful thing is going to the side and use the button to the left, like this. You know, if the other one is going in with thrust, you bypass it and you kill them.
Or you
So
just
if I'm
use
gonna
one
go
of the
now-
guys at the gallows here.
Yeah.
Nah.
Little Shan. I died? What?
That's
Oh,
weird.
Just a little E.
Yeah, well,
Or we both died. I don't know.
felt like a little, but apparently it was more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Distance is the critical thing with her. I think she would be my main. Eh? I like how she fights. You know, like she doesn't require much movement. You know, she's more like, you know, like, yeah. You know.
Yeah.
If you want, I can pick her again. You know, and you can try somebody with whom you feel confident.
Sure.
Ooh. Ooh. Cockstein. Oh, Cockstein, what are you doing here? This is my house.
Yeah, you might catch me on the road, but not in my house.
No. Well, I actually wanted her to do the the little stab, you know? She went to the punch and that killed me. Those are black, you know, but only at times. Yeah, you know, the stab that involves moving forward fast doesn't work too well against Cockstein, because he's also kind of like a rapier type of guy, you know, that type of thing. What's the matter, Andy?
Could've gone in there, I think.
The priests. Why are the priests touching you illegally in the night?
Ah! I was gonna say, it was
You know,
you,
this-
Martha!
Mother. Yeah. That's a very interesting move, you know, like that.
That was the crotch.
Yeah. Now you cannot have men.
Ah, Jesus.
Damn
Damn it.
Yeah, that was an intense one, eh?
What's the matter,
but-
Andy?
Was yeah. You know, when you get that close, you know you already won. You know, you're like, that was the man, man. Yes. Llámelo. The card.
Card?
Yeah, the card will be my.
Yeah. Jesus. No, crutch.
No. Pretty sure your hit didn't land. You know?
That distance game was strong though.
No, you know, like, I want her to stop. Why does she go for the punch? You know, makes no sense. Don't punch because she doesn't even have the range.
Cause she.
You know, I have to stop. I have to stop doing that. You know, like after I hit that first stab, you know, I either have to go with A, you know, or something, you know. Ooh, wanna be stabby, eh? What map?
Snow.
No gay this.
There you go.
It's a place of gay people, you know.
Yeah.
That's all they say. I don't know.
Wonderful part of our community.
Ooh, you look like you were a robot there, you know. Are you a robot? Little Xian.
Robots machen.
Hmm. E.
Nice. Every move felt exactly the same, kind of.
Depends, you know. I think for you, it's 2 of the buttons are pokes and 2 are slashes. And if you use the other guard, then it changes. E.
Are you
Like
wounded?
Yeah, no, you cannot rush people. Like, what happened? What happened?
Poke.
Double Jaina.
They call me Pokemon.
No, our Jainas are now in the call. They call you Pokemon? Really? Well, there's like the typical Pokemon trainer, you know, so I'm okay with that. E.
Like a bug catcher, yeah.
No.
Why am I always
your
off
rapist
screen?
Because nanomachines. You know, a rapist is longer than mine.
Who can't rush? Again. No, I figured my strat out.
E.
Sorta.
Okay, let's see.
Maybe I found my counter against your Martha.
Ooh. Well, Coxstein's got a counter as well. Okay, let's try again. Let's see.
Alright.
How can I respond to this? It's like they don't really defend, you know, like each other. Like when I stab you, you don't defend, and when you stab, I don't defend. Well, in that case, you know, you reach because you had a longer reach.
Yeah.
And oh, the Jaina. But like reaching for the.
Grow up. Nah! How can you kill a child?
Yeah, like priests do.
This girl is
But
out
it's
here
better to kill them than to spoil them.
killing children.
Why are you not rushing me? What happened? E.
I mean, you get what you asked
Yeah,
for.
the. Yeah. Well, the audio defense doesn't parry that. That's for sure.
Oh, beautiful.
Hmm.
That was one of the most beautiful moves I've seen, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like the Zor and then like,
That one.
yeah.
That looks... This is fucking sick. I love that little,
Yeah.
you know, jump up and then going in. E.
A little Xian and fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know, maybe you have
feel
found the match.
I feel
I'm
it.
curious now, you know.
Nah! Yeah, doing that in close range doesn't make sense. E! Yes!
Yeah.
Oh, this move, dude.
Let's. Ooh, fireball
this.
spam! You know, honestly, but I'm curious. How can I counter that move? You know,
You
I wonder
can't,
because
you- By dying.
like, for example, if I don't
like
do
this.
well, no, but try again. You see, like, if I don't do anything, the auto block doesn't block it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Like, I had to go back or to the side. E.
Whoops.
Or just try to land it first like that, but that is just too, I don't know, improbable. Because you're faster than me when do a counter to the side.
Yep. And I always go out of frame so the camera can track the one who killed you.
E.
Hello.
Because we don't want to see a child, you know.
Yeah.
No, except the priests, of course, you know. But you're a priest.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Call the goats.
The goats?
Yeah, that's snap.
The greatest of all time?
Okay, I see how to counter you.
Yeah.
When you go for that dashy. Okay, try to go again for that dash.
Nope.
No, try again.
Yeah.
Well, it's precisely that move, you know, that kills you. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so there's a counter, you know.
Not the best move that I've seen in the game now.
Yeah, well, do ruin. Because you cannot telegraph the thing a bit.
Double E.
Oh, double cutting. Off camera. You must not be seen.
You must not sin. In Final Fantasy X.
You see, she's going for the punch. Don't go for the punch and stop. Little coach. Okay.
I was like, oh my god.
I learned, you know. Instead of going again for the punch, you know, and different stuff. But yeah, I definitely, you know, your dash can be countered by my dash.
Dashy.
Ooh. Coach.
There it was. Okay, use it for a finisher. After you've sliced them 8 times, and you can go in for the kill. Her sidestep is fucking extremely fast, though. Stop with the provocation.
Well, she has to, because otherwise she wouldn't be able to beat, like, you know. Well, actually, I don't know. So like other characters have it like more important. It's more important for other characters to be able to sidestep fast against her, no? But
yeah,
I don't know. She just does it more violently, I think. But that's it. Counter. I saw it.
I actually didn't do it this time. I went like low. Thought I could, you know, bamboozle you with that.
Excuse.
More like facts.
Come for it again. Go on. Go on. Go on. Yeah, imagine a deal like this, you know, with opponents at 3-4 meters from each other because they're afraid of being in range.
You know where I went yesterday? This way.
The coach. to the smoke area, you know, that doesn't let this.
Wanted to bait you out. Back.
Well, you did, you know, but you just go ahead.
Yeah.
That's the day when you're too far, you know. I like that, but you're too far, you know, and I know. You have to do it when I don't expect it, you know. Just use it like randomly in the middle of a fight or something. Like that.
Yeah. Or not.
Little Xian.
There he is.
I should be off screen, you know.
Yeah.
You know, the woman is kind of like. You know the woman from No Seize Your Crotch Activities? I saw it, you know.
Yeah.
I was prepared.
You know, when the leg comes up.
Yeah, when she's doing that little Xian, you know that she's coming. Ooh. Ooh, Beito. Beito, get this. The thing is, I cannot get close enough to you like I did with other characters to do the little poke without moving, because you always have longer reach. So I have to do like in different ways, creative ways, you know. I have to actually wait until you overextend. Kinda like other characters have to do against you, you know. Little clutch.
Low doesn't work, then you go high.
Low. Well, that's what they say, you know. That's, you know, because of a lion, you know, lion. Lion. One last one. You know, let's see, you know, whoever wins this wins everything forever. Don't you want to try to dash, you know?
The low doesn't work.
Okay, I think it is set. You know, that dash doesn't work when they expect you.
Yeah. Because you expect it every single time now, which is the problem.
Nobody's on screen.
No one wins. Nature wins.
Yeah. Fighting against you, like you know, like I fight with other characters against rapiers, you know, instead of fighting like with a rapier by yourself. 9. Should it be closer, you know, or should we? I don't know. Maybe it's the distance that is not big enough. Maybe I should just. Yep.
She was looking back like, what the fuck did she just do?
She introduced the material in G, you know, like the priests do. It happens. 9.
The quick lunge.
Quick.
There's no audience.
Very nice. Ooh. Okay.
Did I find the antidote?
I see. Yeah. So basically, you're like a. Okay. Is that the dash that you did?
Nope.
Okay, there you go.
Nope.
As if it goes through. No, I'm not gonna move. I'm not gonna attack. Just want to see if it goes through.
Nope, apparently not.
No, not the dash. I mean the quick attack that you did.
Nope.
Again?
Yeah,
Okay,
doesn't.
so against you I have to do this. Okay.
Until I go low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goats!
Release the
They're
goats.
like, man. Really? They go. Come for the dash. You want to do the dash, you know? The dashy? Don't you? I'm waiting for the dash, you know?
I actually wanted to. Thank God it didn't come out.
Yeah. What was that movement I just did? Dree. Okay. Yeah, against her, I cannot really afford to be that close without having my guard at the center. Eel.
What about?
Okay, I see. So this is how duels work between these two. That
Crotch.
was good, huh?
Yeah.
That was a beautiful land to the... I will say the Jaina, even if it was the leg. That was a nice Jaina movement.
Yeah.